Alright guys, welcome back. If you look in your in-game mail, you're going to get these studio passes that will allow you one entry per difficulty into the side quest. Now, I've seen on the forums that you are going to get every other day in the login calendar, you will get a pass. So you'll get 3 more passes for week 1, and then you'll get 4 passes in total for week 2, 4 passes for week 3, 4 for week 4. Now, there is an objective to do the boss with class disadvantage and a solo. And if you screw up the first time, don't worry, you'll have 3 more opportunities to do it based on what I've seen so far. Also, there are 3 fights in the path before the boss that are mystery champions. There might be a list on the forums. I hate having to go to the forums to find out information about the side quest. So I've done it twice. I've got I had old Man Logan and I had X23. So I'll just let you know what I had here. This first one is not too bad. Just brought in a mutant, took care of it, no problem. The second fight is going to be something that you want to prepare for. It's a science champion. I've only had Immortal Hulk so far, but you need to be able to put debuffs on the opponent or you cannot do any damage. So I will show you that one. I did bring in, I think I did it with Hitmonkey and I did it with Kingpin. So we'll go into the second one. And what you can see is if you do even if you screw up on the boss, if you go around, I guess, if you go in for the pass a second time, like you just need to do the objective, you will be able to do the inner path and just skip to the boss. So you'll have 3 more opportunities throughout the week to get the boss solo with class disadvantage. And we'll get to that fight in a sec. So here we got Combo Party, Special 2 Biased, Enhanced Trial. And that's where you need to be able to do like debuffs. You'll see at the beginning here, we're going to go ahead and when we just attack in, we do 0 until we put some debuffs on and then we're able to get some damage in. So that is what you need to have, and you need to be prepared so you don't get roadblocked at this lovely at this lovely Immortal Hulk here. Now, there might be other champions that show up on this path in this particular slot, but I've only seen Immortal Hulk there so far. I guess if you go through and you do the lower difficulties, I'm assuming it's the same group of champions, so I suggest potentially doing some of the lower difficulties first, see what other champions are popping up. If you've seen some, put it in the comments below, let everyone know what you've seen. I can do the same thing if I see other champions. I can put a list and I can just keep editing in the description the champions that I've seen so far on each node. So this one took a little bit more time, again just trying to get the debuffs on so I can get some damage. The more debuffs the better. I think it's like 100% reduced damage without a debuff, and I think each one reduces it by like 25%. So the more debuffs you can throw on him, the better. And it's really not my, it's kind of annoying, having to wait to get passes. So when you get locked out after one try, you kind of feel like it didn't work the way you wanted. So if you do not get the solo, again, don't worry, you'll have 3 more. It sounds like you'll have 3 more opportunities to do it. You're just going to have to wait until you get the tickets. You can either wait until you get all your tickets and then go in one shot, or you can do it 1 ticket at a time. So it looks like if you get everything done, you won't, in 1 ticket, you won't need the other ones. So there we pick up some 6-star shards. The Cosmic Champion here. Now this was, I did it right away as it started. So that square there is just Cav Crystal shards for the new Cav Crystal for the month. So here, parry vulnerability, feats of power. Nothing too crazy on this one. This one was Silver Surfer, but I also had Nova on the other one. And Nova is a much more annoying defender. So that was definitely something to look out for when you're putting your team together. Nova can be quite annoying in general. But here we're just going to blitz this one with Rintra. And then the boss is is Rhino, and he's got Mighty Charge, so when he dashes in, he's going to be unstoppable. He already has unstoppable in his kit, plus he has that node where there's an unblockable timer that pops up, so every so often he's going to be unblockable, but it's only going to be his first action. So if he like dashes in, that unblockable is going to go away, which will then allow you to, let's say, potentially parry a light attack or bait a heavy attack and give you some openings, but still not an easy champion to deal with, especially because with class disadvantage you cannot deal with the slow in the traditional sense. So you can't like I can't go ahead and it's a passive slow, so you can't really nullify it or neutralize it, and you can't do someone like Sorcerer Supreme and get the put a slow on, because it would be class disadvantage, so that's not going to work either. So I just I know some guys said Mojo was good, that Rintra melts him. I went in and took him down with Doom here, but it took a while. I think I would test out, again, I can't really test out because I'd have to wait until I get another pass, but Black Widow Clairvoyant, because of the bleed vulnerability, I think that would be something to try, potentially. So if you put Clairvoyant in here with class disadvantage and stay in the bleed mode, but you can see here, there is that timer above that is when he gets there, he's unstoppable, but that one dash is going to make it go away. So his first action after going unblockable will disappear. Plus he has unblockable and unstoppable on his dash ins anyway. So this is just a very annoying fight with Rhino. So if there are any other great options, let me know. If not, taking your best Mystic champion, you got to kind of play around the, you know, play around, try and push him to specials. That's the easiest way to deal with it, so that you don't have to deal with dashing in. You don't want to have to deal with the Mighty Charge, and just get as much damage in as possible. So I'm gonna let the rest of this fight play out, and hopefully, you know, we should be getting more passes every other day on the calendar. First for week 1, then for week 2, then for week 3, then for week 4. You only have one shot at it, so do not quit out. Be prepared. Take a look at the nodes. Maybe start on the easier difficulties and work your way up to the harder ones, so you're kind of familiar with what the counters are. Again, if you see certain champions that are showing up on the nodes, they might be on the forums, but I honestly hate having to look at the forums to figure out what I need to do. So I just like to be able to go into the game and get it done. So hopefully we can work together and figure this one out. So hopefully that's not too bad, but I might speed up and finish up the rest of this fight here, and we'll see you next week for week 2. Have a great one, guys.